This house looks like any ordinary house on the block, but this River Oaks home is not ordinary. The owners of this house have opened their doors to kids who don't have homes of their own, some kids who were taken from their natural parents. About 25 kids are placed in Tarrant County foster homes each month, and that's simply not enough. And then there's a special problem. It is almost impossible to place kids with special needs and kids over 10 years old. Mr. and Mrs. Darrell Frost have 2 foster children in their home.
We're not any special family, really. We just try to get along with all the kids, and the main thing is to be willing to open your home to other people.
Well, we first applied with the juvenile department, and then welfare called us and asked us if we would take this 15-year-old girl. And I came home and talked to my husband, and we talked it over with our daughter and decided that we'd like to open our home for teenage children.
Well, you can just see lots of children that don't have the opportunity, really, to do the things that our children really did.
Mrs. Frost, what has your teenage daughter's reaction been to having a foster brother and sister?
At first, it was quite hard for her. She hadn't had a sister in the home. We have a son, had the son and the daughter, and then we brought in the other girl, which was her own age, and it was quite difficult for her to learn to share her mother and daddy and her home. And but I think she's adjusted quite nicely now. After about a year and a half, it began to work out, and they're great friends.
What is the best advice you could give to prospective foster parents?
Be sure that you know that this is what you want to do before you go into it and get some children in your home. Because if you get children in their home, it's real hard on them to leave and go to another home. That's the main thing. If you want to do this, be sure and keep your children till they become of age.
Or keep them until they are taken out by the welfare to go into their natural home again.
Yes.
At least don't tell them they can't stay here any longer. It just hurts them again. They've already been hurt enough.
Mrs. Kelly, what is the basic problem of placing children in foster homes?
I guess the main problem is not enough homes for our older children, like children even above 10 years old. We have to place them in such places as the Children's Home, group care facilities like Lena Pope Home. Teenagers even have to go like to the YMCA or into independent living arrangements, which means living with friends or sort of back out where they were.
Why don't people want children who are above 10 years old?
People are really afraid of the type of child they'll get. They seem to have some preconceived notion that a child over 10 years old has such a bad background that they're perhaps even a danger to their families. I would say in the teenagers about 60% are not placeable. In the younger ages, I would say maybe 30 or 40% are unable to be placed.
And when they go to these, in your own professional opinion, what does it do to a child to have to be placed in some group facility or whatever?
Well, in some instances, a group facility is sometimes the best, but in most instances, a child never ever finds out what a warm family situation could be.